We go 2-1. It's going. It's active. It's live. It's jer-dog, everybody, with the 420 report. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. I do this pretty much every day that I'm home during the week or even traveling on the road. I'm going to be doing a lot of shows this week. 5-day run, jam-packed, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. So I'll probably be doing some of these Facebook 420 report live streamings from the road if they have good Wi-Fi signal. Otherwise, I'll be trying to hit it up every day that I'm at home, semi-daily at least, to keep in touch with all my friends, fans, and followers, and let you know what's going on in the world in jer-dog, the world of jer-dog, let you know what my thoughts and feelings are about all the bullshit that's happening out there. Maureen's joining us. We got Troy from Green Bay joining us. Derek's in the house. So thank you guys for checking it out. Hit me up with some likes. Hit me up with some shares. Let the people know what's going on out there. You know, I just try to keep you guys entertained here at the end of the day. You're getting off work, or you're finishing up work, or maybe you're about ready to go into work. Who knows? But just to, I think, give you a few laughs every day that I possibly can. And maybe not. Maybe some days you're just going to get an inside look at what it's really like being a stand-up comedian, performing live shows 100 nights a year at nightclubs, taverns, and neighborhood bars. It's always an adventure. Let me go ahead and get out this week's shows that are coming up in South Bend, Indiana. Tomorrow night, I will be at the Smokehouse Brew with D. Lynn Bennett doing his comedy and blues review. And I'm really looking forward to that. We did that this last Saturday at the Dirty Jokes and Magic Trick Show, the Eagles Club in Springfield, which was a huge success. We had local press covering that one. It was pretty crazy. Cameraman kicked over Nathan's spotlight, or not a spotlight, one of his stage lights before the show started, and he was fuming. He took it well, but he definitely came back and had a thing or two to say at the table that we were hanging out at. It's pretty funny, that OCD motherfucker. Anyway, I will be at the Smokestack Brew tomorrow night, South Bend, Indiana. Then from there I go to Chicago, Illinois for a gig at Cigars and Stripes. I'm just going to be doing like a 20, 30-minute set, probably a lot of new material. Cigars and Stripes is one of my favorite little bars in Chicago to do comedy at. It's always a crazy crowd. It's always a drunk crowd. It's nice and intimate and close up. Place is ran by Ronnie Lotz, who is a former pro wrestling manager. He's a hell of a character, one of my favorite guys to hang out with in the business. And so I'm really looking forward to Wednesday night at Cigars and Stripes in Berwyn, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Manitowoc, Wisconsin, this Thursday at Van Sports Bar. I'll be doing a 90-minute show, the same as this Friday the 23rd in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, at Dan and Mel's Lodge. I'll be doing my 90-minute one-man show, and then I drive all the way back down to my home state of Iowa to perform in Grand Mound at Cherokee's Bar and Grill, also doing my 90-minute one-man show. So I'll probably be coming back next week with a hell of a lot more new material. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now that all that fucking bullshit's out of the way, we can get into the shout-outs and the thank yous. We had a really good time this weekend at the Eagles Club. I want to thank everybody there at the club in Springfield, Illinois for hosting the Dirty Jokes and Magic Trick Show as part of a fundraiser, a benefit to support Illinois fathers. It's a single dads organization. We had the show on Saturday night, Father's Day Eve. It was perfect. It was a lot of fun. Tons of support there. Like I said, we had local Fox station coming out. They were covering the event. We did some interview. Actually, we didn't really do an interview. They interviewed Stephen Westerfield, who was one of the coordinators of the event on the charity side, and he'd done a lot of those before. He was the perfect spokesman for the event. The comedians, however, they just wanted to get B-roll. You know, they couldn't put us on TV. Who knows what the fuck we're going to say. Like right now, I just dropped an F-bomb. I'm not even thinking about it. You know what I mean? You can't put me on live TV. You can't put me on network TV. You can't put me on a local station. It's too risky. I got to do this shit on Facebook Live where it's no holds barred and uncensored. So what they did instead was they just had to stand around like a little group. They put the spotlight on us, and they're like, hey, we're just going to get some B-roll, some cut-to action, so just stand around and act natural. Well, we already were standing around acting natural talking shit, grabbing our crotches, slinging drinks. That's pretty much acting natural for comedians before a show's about to start. They're like, no, 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 no. Act like you're talking to each other. But they didn't even really want us to talk to each other. We just had to act like we were talking to each other. So there was a lot of these types of things and this type of shit, jack off gestures. I don't know. I don't even know if it made it to the air or not. I never caught it because it ran at like 9 o'clock at night when it was right in the middle of the show. Oh, I also want to address the dog poster back here. I got a comment from last week. Somebody said I needed to cover up the dog's crotch for modesty's sake. So I went ahead and attached a fig leaf, evolution style, Adam and Eve style, to make sure that nobody's offended by the dog crotch. So Saturday night was a lot of fun. We had one of probably the most relentless, repetitive, redundant, completely out of control, completely self-aware, self-unaware, unself-conscious, whatever it is. I think the guy had Asperger's or something. He really had no idea truly how to conduct himself in a social situation where there's a crowd gathered for an event. He just kept yakking and yakking and yakking and yakking. His name was George. Everyone knew him. Constantly saying his name, George, 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 George. And we probably asked George to shut the fuck up about 20 or 30 times during a 3-hour show. And he never did it. Even at the very end when we were doing our encore, he's like, all right, I'm out of here. And he just went around to the edge of the stage where we were doing the show and where the gambling machines were, and then just proceeded to heckle us from the gambling machines. It was ridiculous. He would not shut the fuck up. And what boggles my mind is that nobody there did anything to police the situation or try to control it. As comedians on stage, there's only so much we can do. I can only say the word shut the fuck up in so many different ways to try to get the point across. How do they not get it? Oh, but I helped. I helped. And he really was looking for that validation at the end of the night. I helped. Didn't I help? Did I make the show better? I really got it going for you guys. It's like, yes, George, you did. Thank you. Thank you. Now get the fuck out of here. I don't know what it is about hecklers that they think that they're doing you a favor. Like I didn't come prepared with material. And it's really hard for someone like me to talk like this because I do thrive on audience interaction and improvising with the crowd and making up material on the fly. And a little bit of heckler banter is good for all that. But these guys have got to have some self-awareness and know when enough is enough. When I say thank you, let's have a round of applause for our guest tonight, George. That means it was time for George to shut the fuck up. When you have the entire crowd going, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye. Get the fucking hint, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't, people are like, well, it's alcohol. And people, they act like however they want when they've been drinking. There was a lot of people in there drinking last night or 2 nights ago. There's only one of them acting like a dumb fuck. George. And that happens at a lot of gigs. It's always just one. It's always just one. Everybody in there is getting drunk. Everybody in there is drinking, having fun. It's always just one that doesn't know when enough is enough. That doesn't know how to appropriately express themselves as a heckler in the show. I was helping you out. No, you weren't. You actually weren't helping me out at all. You were giving me a huge pile of dog shit. Whatever retarded crap is going around in your mind, you fed that to me, and then I had to take your dog shit and recycle it into something good, into something entertaining. And I don't even care that it was my material that's interrupted, because I've heard these jokes a zillion times before. What I care the most about is the audience's good time who paid $20 a ticket to be at the show. And now we're giving them subpar entertainment because we have to relent our space to George the Drunkie. It's irritating. We can't bring our A game when that kind of shit's going on. But at the same time, it is fun to do audience interaction. Some of the most memorable parts of the show are the audience participation parts. So there's got to be a line. And part of that line, I do believe the responsibility falls on the venue to police the situation. Do something about it. I don't care if he's an old-time customer. If he really cares about you and your business and your bar, and if he really is that great of a customer, he's not going to roll in and try to fuck up your events. I don't know. What do you guys think? I haven't even gotten into the comments yet. I see a whole bunch of people are watching. D. Lynn says, yeah, we made very subtle jack-off motions. Yeah, it was pretty subtle. It wasn't quite as exaggerated as I did just here, but we were definitely doing jack-off motions. Some people wrote in on the comment earlier about hecklers. So I'll get to some of these. Everybody's a star in their own mind. Add alcohol. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Yeah, you know, it is alcohol driven a lot of times, but I don't think that that's it because, like I said, there are a lot of people that are in there drinking and they don't act like buffoons. They don't try to disrupt the show. They're not like, what about me? What about me? I want my attention. Oh, and speaking about what about me, I've been scrolling down the Facebook posts and I see a lot of these people like, hey, yeah, just because it's Father's Day, we need to recognize single mothers as well because they're also playing the role of fathers. I don't know. I really don't know. What single mothers are out there demanding that they be recognized on Father's Day? Are there really any? If there are, they don't really deserve to be recognized. If you demand to be recognized, that right there puts you out of the fucking running of being recognized as a parent. A real father doesn't demand their own special fucking day to be honored. A real father just does his goddamn job day in and day out. None of us are perfect. We all fall short, but you don't demand to be honored on one certain time of day of the year. I don't even really like Mother's Day for that reason. It's not because I don't think mothers deserve to be honored. It's not because I don't think women do a great job as parents. It's not because I don't think fathers are doing. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told that this day of the year, everybody has to drop everything and do this decided activity. It's, you know, it's some fucking Hallmark card propaganda bullshit that we're all falling for. That's really all it is. To go out and spend more money. What, to buy me? It's like the bit I do. What, to buy me a gift that I don't want anyway? A fucking tie? Although my kids got it right this year. I got a kick-ass watch. A watch that I picked out at Target last Thursday night. But it rocked. I just don't think that we should go around demanding that parents be honored on a certain day of the week. It's a lot of fun. I think it's important to honor your parents, but just don't fucking tell me what to do. And as a parent, I'm not going to tell my kids what to do. If they want to honor me on a certain day of the week for whatever reason, that's their business, but I'm not going to go around demanding it. I think that's kind of foolish. So who the hell is this demand? It's just look at me behavior. What about me? What about me? Is the same as a heckler at a comedy show. What about me? What about me? Usually I'm the person rolling up in here getting all the attention. You know, why is the guy with the microphone in the spotlight that everybody's turned around facing that's on stage, why is he getting all the attention? It doesn't even make sense. Anyway, but what the fuck do I know? I'm just a douchebag ranting and raving into a video camera on a computer to two people. I really would like, this is what I wrote, I would really like to do psychological profiles on hecklers. And so I put that out there, and then someone wrote, hecklers who are drunk are fair game. The comedian can insult them back like Don Rickles. True, it's insult comedy. I do like insult comedy. A lot of good roast jokes are come up with because you have a heckler situation you have to deal with. But then it says, sober hecklers, however, are mostly liberals who have an agenda to speak out on. Where the fuck are you getting that, man? I don't think this has anything to do with political ideology. You know, it's just people that are ranting and raving because they don't know how to conduct themselves in a social setting, at an event. That's all it is. Even if they have an agenda, even if they're like some outspoken liberal, but they're not going to the comedy show. They're probably going to some political event, some political rally, some college professor's lecture and doing that shit. I don't really get a whole lot of political or whether it's conservative or liberal showing up at my show protesting. I would actually like that. Bring me the fucking protesters. I need that kind of publicity. But I don't really think it has anything to do with political ideology. I think it has everything to do with something broken in their fucking head that they don't know when to shut up. That they don't know how to get appropriate attention, how to contribute to a show appropriately. There is a good way to do that, where you add a punchline maybe, or you say something with good humor, where you're not just trying to be disruptive and get all the attention. It's the attention seekers that I think there's something wrong with them. Somebody else wrote another comment about that. Todd Stein, he's always got good insight because he's an entertainer. He does a lot of shows at bars and nightclubs, as a DJ. And he wrote, he's got some theories about hecklers. Keyboard warriors on the internet. That's theory number one. That's kind of like a troll. I get that. But that's kind of fun. You're not disrupting like this show that somebody paid for. So I don't really mind getting heckled on the internet. That's something that's easy to ignore. Theory number two, because in 8th grade some people laughed at their immature comedy and now they think they're funny. Well, that probably is true, but that's also true for about 95% of all working comedians out there. Actually, working or non-working. Probably true of 99% of all comedians and 95% of all working comedians. I don't know. These are statistics I'm just pulling out of my ass. But a lot of fucking comedians are just desperate attention seekers who did some jackass comedy back in the day and now they think they can go out and be Louis C.K. And then number three, outside the bar, they are a nobody, but in that bar, they are a regular who is known by their first name and they feel important and maybe even a bit powerful or entitled in that bar. Yeah, I think that's exactly true. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like they roll in, usually they're the man, and now it's like, what about me? What about me? How come I'm not getting any attention? How come the guy with the microphone doing all the jokes whose face is on all the posters for the last month is getting all the attention? That's truly what I think it is. It's someone who's just desperate for fucking attention. And to me, that's what a real attention whore is. Not a gifted entertainer. Not somebody who's out there trying to give people a good time. A true attention whore is somebody who just wants attention. Look at me, look at me, look at me, and gives nothing back in return. Okay, I'm looking at you. What do you got? Oh, I don't know, just look at me. I'm a drunk asshole. And then Jason Reeves, another one of my fraternity brothers from back in the day, wrote, probably not weaned yet. Yeah, that's probably true, but then again, I'm 42 years old, I ain't fucking weaned. Boys don't wean, we wait. That's all I got for you guys today. What else? Tour dates, I'll repeat these. This Tuesday, South Bend, Indiana, at the Smokehouse Brew. Wednesday, Cigars and Stripes in Chicago, Illinois. It's going to be a good time. Thursday, at Van Sports Bar in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Friday, I will be at Dan and Mel's Lodge in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, and Saturday coming back to my home state of Iowa for a show at Cherokee's Bar and Grill in Grand Mound. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible if I can get good Wi-Fi signal and arrive at the gig early enough, or I might have to pull over somewhere along the way and do this shit from a rest area. Who knows? But keep checking it out. Hit the like button. If you guys like this shit, show me some love. I know I don't hear you. This is quote-unquote live, but I don't really hear the audience. So the best way to give me some reaction is hit the like button, the love button, the laugh button. That's like the applause. Hit the share button. Let other people know what the hell's going on. 420 Report every day at 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible. Go to thebarcomic.com. I'll see you again soon. Thanks, everybody.